Hello, music appreciation students. In this video recording, I will be going over the requirements for the part 6 of the semester project. So for part 6, it's at the end of the listening unit. You've been doing part of this project at the end of each unit, and we are to the final unit, end of the final unit, and we are going to be completing the part of the project for the listening unit. So in the listening unit, you learned how to evaluate music. You learned how to evaluate live performances and how to evaluate listening samples. So for this part of the project, there are two parts. Let's actually look at, so first you're going to evaluate the piece of music, just like you did for like your listening sample evaluations and performance evaluation. And then the second part is you're going to be answering these questions here. So you need to determine what made this song an effective choice for this scene in the movie or did not make it an effective choice for the scene. So you're going to be a little bit critical. You're going to be evaluating here. So how do the musical elements, the historical time period, the instruments playing the music, how do they correspond to what is happening in the movie? So to answer this question, you really should have most of this kind of figured out, because if you've completed parts 1, 2, and 3, it's just kind of wrapping it up. And then the second part of this is just, why do you think that the piece of music chosen for this scene in the movie was effective? If you don't feel that the music was effective, why not? What changes would you make? And as always, I'm looking for specific details, specific explanations, giving evidence, providing that detail to explain your reasoning there. Okay, so let's just very quickly go into the course. Let's take a look at the grading rubric just to show you how it's broken down into two parts. So if we open up semester project part 6, you can see the rubric here. So this section is worth 30 points and it's broken down into two parts. So the first part is critically evaluating the performance. So most likely it's not going to be a live performance. There might be some exceptions where you can see and hear the song being played during the movie, but most likely you're going to be evaluating a listening sample. So you'll need to critically evaluate it. You can consider some of the areas, the categories that we have discussed, such as technique, musicality, accuracy, interpretation of the music, and if applicable, physical connectedness to the music. This may or may not be available unless it's a live performance. You can also think about how you evaluated the listening samples on the 4.02 writing assignment, where you chose 5 different categories, and you can evaluate this song in categories just like that. However you choose to critically evaluate it is just fine. But consider specific areas and critically evaluate it in specific areas, giving supporting details, complete sentences, a neat presentation. Okay, so you can see the breakdown here of how I will grade you on the song being critically evaluated, and that's half of this part of the project. And then your opinion of whether the song was an effective choice for the movie or film or not. Make sure that you're explaining your reasoning, giving those supporting details with a complete sentences and neat presentation, and you can see the breakdown there. So that is the breakdown of this part of the project. If you have any questions, please, please, please let me know. I would encourage you, if you need to refresh your memory of evaluating, to look at the recordings from live lessons where we evaluated a live performance and the listening samples to help you if you need help with this. If you need any more help, don't hesitate to reach out and I'm happy to help.